Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about beautiful crochet Afghans. We talk about a lot of things here on my channel, but right now we're talking about the Cozy Cottage Afghan by Annie's Kit Clubs, and I really enjoyed working on this, and we're going to talk about it a little bit so you'll kind of get an idea of what it takes to make one of these beautiful Afghans. I've got it hanging up right there, and I'll bring it up close in a second, but let's find out how I worked on the hook with that. First of all, when you buy an Annie's Kit Clubs kit, you will receive a kit every month with yarn and instructions to make the next piece of your Afghan or whatever you're making. This was the Cozy Cottage Sampler Afghan, so beautiful, and the stripes on there are all different types of stitches. There are different stitches every few rows, and you make a set of 4 or 5, 6 or 3 rows of a certain stitch, and then you move on to the next stitch. There are also video instructions by the designer, and she tells you how to work that particular stitch and how to start and end each row. So it's really great for a beginning crocheter or an advanced crocheter, either one. I didn't use the videos very much. I use the written instructions that are inside this because that's just what I've always used. But I did use a lot of video instruction on my Moroccan tiles because it was a little bit more involved, but this is not. It's very, very nice and simple. The instructions inside are awesome. I mean, they're really, really good. I didn't have to have any help really with this, but again, I've used written instructions all my crochet life, and so it wasn't difficult for me to use the written instructions. So everything in here is all you need for one set of stripes, and usually on this particular one there are 3 stripes in each kit, and you get a kit every month or every 2 weeks, whatever you decide. And so that comes for about a year. It depends on how large an Afghan you have, but this one was about 12 kits, and I received all the instructions. There's my pencil in there. All the instructions for each kit in here, and I keep these, of course. I want to keep them all together, so I've kept all the booklets, and those are put away. I get excited because I'm just really excited about how beautiful this Afghan is. Let me find it. There it is. Let me go over here. This is what it looks like. And again, I'll bring it up here in just a second. I was keeping this in one of my beautiful project bags. This is not one I made, but one that was given to me by a wonderful friend. And it's a very large project bag. Look at this. It's very, very big. And it's got my favorite items on here, cardinals and music. Beautiful, beautiful. And I kept my entire Afghan in here the whole time. And they send you a lot of yarn. Annie sends you a ton of yarn. You never run out of yarn. I will say that about Annie's. But I had a lot of yarn left over, and I will probably figure out something to do with that. Maybe make a Boggy Creek Afghan or something out of it. But there are lots of skeins that I've just barely used in here. So this is basically full of yarn. Look at that. It's full of yarn, and it's that big. So I'll give you an idea. They're very generous with their yarn. Very, very generous. And I enjoyed making this because I didn't have to worry about running out of yarn or anything like that. So let me grab it and we'll take a look at it. Now this is what the Afghan looks like. This is just half of the Afghan. This is one half. And let's look at it this up close. Beautiful stitches in there. Look at the colors too. They've combined warm colors with cool colors. And I just think that is absolutely gorgeous. It makes for a very interesting looking Afghan. And I'll get back here so you can see it again. This is one half of the Cozy Cottage Afghan. Now let me turn it around and I'll show you the other side. This is the other side. So gorgeous. Look at the beautiful stitches in this Afghan. I'm going to get up close so you can see them. There they are up close. Let me just scroll up here. You can see what the stitches look like on this Afghan. That's as high as I can reach. It's so beautiful. I'm just thrilled with this. I'm thrilled. You can't imagine how excited I am about this. Finishing this up, first of all, because I don't believe I've ever finished an Afghan on my own. Maybe once. My mother was very good at this, but I don't believe I've ever finished an Afghan and actually been this successful with an Afghan in my life. Every month you receive the kits, and it's exciting to get the kits in the mail. I love to get things in the mail. So when you get a kit in the mail, you start working on it, and it doesn't take long to do the stripes that they give you. That way, it's just little bites of crochet. You don't have to spend all month, every day working on it and not know what to do. The videos are there for you to watch, and you go, oh, that's how you do it. Or you can use the written instructions like I did. Now, around the edge, I did a different border. I know I'm not supposed to do that, I guess, but the border on the Afghan was a little bit plain for me, and I really wanted to do something different. So I did some window stitching along here, along the first row. I think this is the first row right here. I did what was told to me in the pattern, and then I did a window row just to make it a little bit different, and then I did a front post, back post row on the very top. See right there? I did those, and they call for some beautiful stitches in there. I just decided that I wanted to do something different, so I did that, and I don't know if that's okay or not. I guess you can do whatever you want to with these kits, but they are beautifully done the way they are. They're beautifully done. I love the way it looks, and with the grays and the beiges all mixed in, and cool colors and warm colors. Look at that. Cool colors and warm colors all mixed in, and this stitch looks very difficult right here. It is not at all difficult. This one, I thought, oh, how am I going to do that? But I did it using just the written instructions. It worked out great. So if you're a beginning crocheter, though, you've got video help, and they will help you with your stitches and the stripes and everything. They'll help you with every single one. So you don't have to worry about, will I be able to do this or not? You just watch the designer, and she tells you exactly how to work on your Afghan. Again, this is the Cozy Cottage Afghan by Annie's, and I'll put a link down in the description box with my link. And so if you would like to look at this and you've watched my video, I would appreciate using my link. That way they know that you watched my video and that you used my link to get to their Afghan. So again, this is the Annie's Cozy Cottage sampler, and that's the Afghan right here in this picture. It's just really beautiful. So I hope you give it a try. It's kind of a fun project for a whole year or a half year, however you decide to receive the kits. And because you pay for it as you go, it's not a big expense all at one time. So there you have it, Annie's Cozy Cottage Sampler Afghan. I hope you give it a try. Use my link down in the description box, and there's a discount on your first kit. So be sure to use that if you decide to go through with your purchase. And I hope you will join me next time and we find out what's on the hook.